Hello, everybody. Welcome to Sepia Tears, a Midwinter's Reprise. Now, this is a game I don't know anything about, except that it got good reviews on Steam and that it looks pretty. And that it's a visual novel, and hey, I like those. So, why not make my first Let's Play be about anime? Now, without further ado, let's start her up. You've heard of the mayfly, right? It's one of those odd winter days when the snow is falling, but it isn't cold. Either late November or the beginning of December, right around the time when the dollar stores start playing Christmas music and the couples go skating. One of those odd winter evenings, the same old 3 p.m. through the lens of a classroom window. I would describe the muted texture of the light through the glass, but it's become all too familiar. It'd be like raving about the miracles of flowers blooming in the spring. The novelty's gone. Not scream, guys. That would be awkward. Miracle of flowers blooming. Chairs screech against tiled floors and the students chatter all around, but the sounds fall on me, weightless. The mayfly? The bug that lives for only a day once it grows its wings? It's a great metaphor. You must have seen it before. My mind wanders My mind wanders sometimes. It's like being stuck in a room with the TV set to the local news, almost muted but not quite. Or like reading a boring web page because you're too lazy to click away. I have been there before. Seriously, I will not change the TV. I get so lazy. Having a voice in your head that won't shut up, it used to bother me, but I can handle it now. Listen to music on the way home, play a video game before you go to bed, kill time in any way you can, and it won't be so loud. Ever wonder why they even bother? It's simple, really. You pick up your books, stand up, put your gloves on as you walk through the early winter chill. Get home, make a snack, relax, and let the process repeat itself. Life is the easiest thing in the world when you think about it. But sometimes memories resurface, the horrible red-brown that encroaches on my vision, creeping from a box safe. Blah. Creeping from a block, everybody. Creeping from a box locked safely away. Oh. It's cold. I hadn't noticed before, but it looks like it's snowing. Was I out for that long? I was walking home from school a moment ago, I'm sure. Or is this a dream? That would make sense, but then why am I wearing my school uniform and why is my wallet in my pocket? Maybe you just need to buy something in the dream world. Well, that doesn't prove anything, but might as well roll with it. It's seriously pitch black out here. I can make out the snowflakes just fine, but nothing seems to be lighting them. I'd better stop moving before I freeze to death. Ah! That light, it's... Ooh. First actual pictures. Oh, how pretty. You've come. You... Thank you for coming to see me. It's lonely here, you know. Lonely? Yeah, I can't deny that. It's a peaceful prison, trapped in the darkness under the snowfall. under this soft snowfall, but it's a prison. What's the matter? Aren't you glad to see me? She looks familiar. I'm sure of it. The memory teases me like some kind of vivid lucid dream, but I can't grab a hold of it. It's been such a long time. I thought you would have been ecstatic. I don't know if it's ecstatic or ecstatic. If anybody knows, tell me. I open my mouth, but the words are lost. The more I search for the memory, the more her eyes bewitch me. As snowflakes land on the girl's hair, I first the force out of my mouth. As snowflakes land on the girl's hair, I force the first words out of my mouth. Who are you? Do you really not remember me? What a shame. We have so much to catch up on. Her smile is confident, mysterious, somewhere between angelic, and doll-like. There's nothing to worry about. After all, we have all the time in the world. So then, who are you? And close up. She looks me in the eye, and my heart stops. I'm the person you wish you never met. Now this sounds like some kind of... She sounds like she's about to kill me. Like, that is definitely malicious right there. That is a malicious line. Anyway. She embraces me and my senses freeze until a color strikes my eye against the monochrome backdrop. Hanging in the stillness, a red ribbon drifts away from the side of her hair. And on the inside of that ribbon, something is written. You can kind of see the words there. But just as fantastic as that is the fact that the words are scrambled, blurred even though my eyes are only inches from it. That ribbon. Don't you remember? It was your... Her voice fades away. I glance at the ribbon again, but before I can move closer, my stomach flips upside down. Whoa! Voice acting. The girl's warmth fades from my arms. Ah! Is she disappearing? This whole world is... A knife pierces my heart as I realize something. See, I told you! She was gonna she stabbed you! It's not this world that's disappearing. It's me. And everything is white. Day 1. Reunion. So I guess that was the prologue. Here's day 1. So far I'm really liking this. It's very pretty, like I've said. Oh joy, am I gonna be the little sister? Oni-chan. I apologize to everybody. Oni-chan, are you up? That sounds familiar. Mark, we're going to be late. Ah! Are you even listening to me? I assume that's the same voice, or else this is gonna be awkward, because I'm gonna have to find a new voice. Yeah, I heard you. Jeez, it wouldn't kill you to be a little more gentle. Well, she's the little sister character, and that's what the little sisters do. Gentle? Gentle, but I'm your cute little sister. I'm automatically gentle. I lost the voice. That's like saying I'm automatically dependable because I'm your older brother. Wait. See? If you're not the dependable sibling you're supposed to be, that makes me the legal right to find new and exciting ways to tease you. Is it? Is it really? And who was it that wrote this law? More importantly, I have a history test this morning, so I'll leave you behind if I have to. She just completely blows over the entire thing. Yep. Little sisters. Pouting, my diligently evil little sister runs down the stairs. Can't she find a more normal form of torture? Sigh. It's bright outside. Pleasantly bright. I can get lost just by looking at that pale blue sky, although I fear the cold. I fear the cold that accompanies it. See, this is why I hate winter. Nature has no mercy for the northern hemisphere. Actually, does that make a difference? Technically, every country has to be part of a hemisphere, so there must be warm regions in the northern hemisphere. Even so, the southern hemisphere would be... Mark, I've been working on my Hokoto Shinken, and... I'm coming. The last time she tried this, I shudder to think about it. Yep. Oh, I like her little outfit right there. That's cute. And so apparently that's me. I think I'm Mark. Weird that I have a totally Western name, and then I have a little sister whose name is Rin. But anyway, I shudder to think of it. I'm pretty sure I know who my next practice subject will be if you make me fail my test. Yep. Isn't it usually practice partner, not practice subject? So, that's my sister, Rena. Oh, Rena, not Rin. Cool. Since she started at my school, life has been awful. I don't like to cuss. Well, maybe that's an exaggeration. She's a nice girl and all. She takes care of me, makes me lunch, forces me to buy stuff. See what I mean? I'm out of compliments already. And that threat certainly was not the first. Ouch! Stupid razor. Dad was supposed to show me how to use this thing. Anyway, Reen is a strange girl, to put it nicely. She always rattles on about these crazy robot wars and melodramatic love stories that she watches, trying to find new and exciting ways to pull me into her world. So she's likes her stuff. She likes her nerd stuff. I still haven't figured out why she calls me Oni-chan yet, though. So maybe this is a Western? They're in the West? Possibly America/Britain? And she's just an otaku. Okay. Is it ironically unironic? Ironic because she thinks it'll subtly ironically unironic? Calm down there, Strider. I can only conclude that it's part of some devious scheme that I have yet to catch wind of. The tip of the iceberg, so to speak, if the iceberg was a blood-related little sister. But as much as I like to criticize her, I can't complain. She still does better at me than school. Good job, Porp. She still does better than me at school. Alright, I'm almost done. Oh, and she also does a better job of cooking and budgeting than me. Where'd it go? Don't you have to learn this kind of stuff when you're older? And she never sleeps in, and the only time she's late for class is when I hold her back. Now do you see why my life with her is awful?
Aw, Kawaii. Good morning. Did you sleep well?
I slept perfectly fine until I was woken up by certain someone.
How could you say that? How could you say that? You should be thankful to have a cute girl like me to wake you up every morning.
Are you You're not supposed to call yourself cute.
Is that because you're blood related and you're... Is that because we're blood related and you're afraid...
That's not why! I mean, it's a little vain, don't you think? And it's not very cute.
True. But what if I'm only doing it to unnerve you?
I swear, I think I've switched between like 3 different voices for this girl. And I need to... Good point. Well, I do have to thank you for keeping me on my toes all the time. You're like my mother, is what I want to say, but I imagine her twitching smile and my life flashes before my eyes. Ah. So, Reed, you have a test this morning?
Yep, I did a quick review with my friends yesterday, so you don't need to worry about it.
I wasn't worried.
Aw, is this your way of hiding your affection?
Abby! Was that even remotely implied? I'm sure you'll pass the test. I just want to make sure you don't forget anything and end up failing for some stupid reason.
Like that time I accidentally brought my Game Boy instead of my calculator?
Yo, dude, I don't blame you. Game Boy... Video games are awesome. As you can tell. I like video games. Yes. Like that time.
I was only 12. It was an innocent mistake.
Only 12. Regardless, you get what I'm saying. Just don't screw up.
I know, I won't. But aren't your exams coming up as well?
Uh-oh. Did you done goof? Did you forget your thing? I was going to go over to Lucas's house and study over the weekend. Something like that.
Even for you, that's not a very convincing lie.
Look at that little face. That's so kawaii. I love anime eyebrows. They're just awesome to draw. Psychic! But I did make that up on the spot, so. It wouldn't kill you to have a bit of faith in me. If I said I'll study, I'll study.
Really? You'll spend your whole Saturday afternoon doing math problems and rereading your social science notes?
I'm tempted to say what notes, but that really isn't the problem here. Well, would you look at the time? Noping right out of here.
Don't change the subject. Don't change the subject.
We're already late.
Well then, we'll have to continue at lunch, right? Oni-chan?
The smile is so much more endearing before you get to know her. Made it. I didn't pass the front door as the clock strikes 8, inhaling a lungful of December air.
Not bad, Mark. Not bad at all. You were taking so long with your bag that I thought I'd really have to put the gloves on.
I thought you were gonna leave me if I took too long.
I was only kidding. Leave my only brother alone to walk to school on such a cold, cold day. I couldn't.
And yet you can practice your anime fighting techniques on me. We would be friends.
Well, when you look at it that way.
She's got flames in her eyes. That's adorable.
But you know, mastery of the martial arts can be extremely important.
What does that have to do with anything? Run. Run, dude, or just run.
It's important, really. It's important, really.
Yeah, I know. Self-defense and all that.
No, not just self-defense. It's an extra weapon in your arsenal.
What?
Okay, picture this. Kawaii! Imagine you're fighting against an enemy who already knows all your techniques.
And why would I be doing that?
Because the person challenged you? Because he kidnapped the princess? Use your imagination.
But what if the princess is another?
Guess. Then you'll just have to leave and go look for her.
Ouch.
Anyway, let's say you end up in combat. Who knows what you're good? Who knows you're good that you're with long-range weapons like a crossbow. They already know your weakness. All they have to do is dash forward and fight at a closer range.
Little strategist.
The archer won't be able to react fast enough, and the attacker will have the advantage.
But what if you're using a mid-range weapon, like a lance? What if you're with a weapon? A lance. I'm hunting rabbits. But what if you're using a mid-ranged weapon, like a lance?
A lance? That's easy. A well-trained warrior should be both proficient in both bows and axes. And everybody knows that the axe beat lance.
Is this Yep, that's saved my butt in Fire Emblem more times than I want to admit. True, but then couldn't you just learn magic and attack from a distance?
Yeah, but what if your enemy knows you're a magician? A skilled axe wielder would eliminate you with a single strike, no critical necessary. Every magician needs an ace up his sleeve.
And that ace is martial arts?
That's one option. You see, magicians draw their power internally, not externally. Magic, unlike sorcery, flows through natural internal circuit before it can be used in the form of a spell. The use of these circuits can drain so much of an amateur's magical energy, resulting in the weakness of a mage's combat ability. In this scenario, even a trained magus would be susceptible to the attacks of an ordinary human. More so if said human is skilled in hand-to-hand combat. Though it is an unlikely scenario, would it be prudent for a magus to...
Enough with the info dumps.
Fine, I don't need you.
Ah. She taps the Twitter icon on her phone and runs away. Are you gonna tweet what you just told me? It's way more than 140 characters. Okay, I may have been a bit hard on her back there. But this isn't a bad outcome either. You'd think that the streets would be a bit more busy in the morning, but no one ever passes by here. It's hard to get used to if you're from the city, but I've lived in the suburbs my entire life. I like the peace and quiet. It's nice. Lets your mind wander. Whoa, flashback. Or a weird thing. Lets your mind wander to things you'd rather avoid. Mark? Huh? What was that? I look around momentarily and spot a figure, but it disappears before my eyes. Strange. She looked familiar. Meh. Can't be that important. 2 weeks later, I would look back on that moment as the first in a series of very, very silly assumptions. I'm gonna have to use another guy voice, aren't I? Mark, you're actually early. A familiar voice welcomes me from in the cold. Who has a really, really weird voice that I'm going to change. In front of me stands a young man that I've known since the beginning of high school, and that sometimes I wish I didn't know. On time is more likely. We have barely 5 minutes to get until the bell. But still an act of accomplishment coming from you. Oh, did you bring your notes for the presentation? My other friend, Lillian, voices her question politely, unlike a certain little sister. Well, Reen was on the computer until midnight and my laptop needed recharging and your house was constructed without power outlets, of course. Fine, I'll print them out at lunch. And there goes the bell. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm actually looking forward to a boring lecture if it means I can relax. The teacher voice drones on, and on, and on. I know of only one way to escape. Jumping out the window might have long-term consequences. Jumping out the window might have long-term consequences, though, so I'll be content with just staring through it. Whenever I'm bored at school, I like always looking out at the weather and thinking about how I'd rather be anywhere but here. Although fortune has treated me with nothing but a sadistic little sister and a pile of unfinished homework this morning, so maybe I'm better off in class after all. Mark, am I hearing things? Mark! It's just like this morning. Is this someone's stupid idea of a prank? Yes, you actually got a girl to talk to you. Congratulations. I'm sure it's just some kid with nothing better to do with their time, but... Yeah, that was a chick. That was a chick on there. I can't just forget that. Alright, I know what I have to do. Pinpointing the source of the sound, I spin around and glare at my target. She's not getting away this time. The class stares at me. Lucas turns around. I sit back down. Awkwardly. Lunch, finally. No matter how many years pass, nothing beats the taste of cold meat and freedom. It's quiet. I'm gonna have to go with a deep Mondo sounding voice, because that is the only other male guy voice I can do. Lucas sighs audibly and I follow. I still don't get how Reen can sacrifice her lunch break to study for a test when she hardly ever studies at home. It's far from the strangest thing she's ever done. Point taken. So, how was that game I lent you? Oh, right. To be honest, I'm not really into those dating sims. They're not dating sims if they don't have statistics. More flame eyes. Jeez. Whatever, it doesn't matter. I'll check it out when I get home. Right now I'm busy with... I was about to say schoolwork, but that lie won't last a second. Stuff. Yeah, stuff. Mark, you do know what this means, don't you? I really think I can see the sunlight glint off those glasses. I've always wanted to be able to do that. I've always wanted to do the cool glasses thing. This means that you have yet to experience modern Japanese visual culture in all its glory. Can you please shut up now? Surely you found yourself taking a peek at Rin's DVD collection at some point during the past 16 years. Haven't you ever felt discontented with the path the story takes? I'll take that as a no. Protagonists always have plot armor in suspense stories, and the main heroine always wins in romances. Even aside from being dumped down by the awkward transition between two inherently different mediums, haven't you ever felt like the story isn't working? Does it not feel like the main character's a brainless idiot and you can do a much better job than him? Careful what you wish for, buddy. Haven't you ever felt like giving that idiot protag a punch in the face and telling him to choose the shy, innocent library girl over deceitful Ine-chan Kara who can't even go on a date without thinking about her little brother? This statement may contain a slight amount of bias. A slight amount of sass. Ahem. At any rate, there's only one solution to problems like these. You play the game. I sense an evil chuckle as he finishes, as if he wants to add, and soon you'll be just like me. Well, like I said, I'll get to it eventually. Lucas kicks his feet up. It really is a good game, though. And the school uniforms kind of resemble ours, don't you think? What, you mean like every single uniform outfit ever? As much as I hate to admit it, he's right. I'm Lucas, I'm entering your thoughts. Our school is infamous for its elaborate uniforms that don't match its academic reputation. This isn't going to make me play it any faster. Then I'll bother you every day until you do. Do you dare underestimate my persistence? The bell signals the end of the lunch and we head to class. Away from each other, thankfully. I'm gonna pause it right here. I did it. Oh, this is a different character. I think this is the... I did it. It took me a few years, but I did it. I made it back, and it won't be long before I talk to him again. A clock ticks in the background as a girl gazes pensively out a window. I'm getting nervous just thinking about it. Nervous and a little excited. It's been so long. What'll he do if he's changed? This whole plan could be pointless. I have to stay calm. I know what I'm doing, and I've thought it all through. Just stick to the script. But I'm nervous. So nervous. Oh, pretty. Who is this? I like sunsets, I really do. I could live without... Just gonna go with Mark. I like sunsets, I really do. I could live without the long walks on a beach, but sunsets, they're special. Cliché doesn't have to make things less special. Not that that matters, though. Storybook romances stay in the storybooks. It's just nice to glimpse of the story sometimes, may it be in the MP3 shuffle gods granting divinely selected background music, or a perfectly twilight after day of rain. I'm gonna make her British. Phew! Thanks again for the help. Don't worry about it. It's not like I haven't. Don't worry about it. Not like I have anything better to do. I slide down from the windowsill, but my feet hesitate. Something about the red tint of the classroom and Lillian's smile is discomforting. Discomforting and uncannily familiar. Does the school library always get this much work? I can see why you asked for a hand. No, the library maintains itself with the help of the teachers. We just have to make some extra things to take care of before the end of the term. Paperwork, mostly. Sounds tough. All work and no pay. I think you mean no play. Wait, you're getting paid? No, but... Well, there you go. Fair point, Mark. You win this one. Anyway, as I was trying to say, I don't mind the extra work. We help out because we want to, no? We help out because... Though it's nice to have an extra pair of hands from time to time. Ah. Right. Besides, you always end up owing me favors. This is just one of them. Friendship. Anyway, shall we head home? Yeah, let's go. I grabbed my bag and rushed to hold the door. Such a gentleman. It can be nice to stay back after school, can't it? It can be nice to stay back after school, can't it? On occasion. The weather is nice today. I try to find something other than the weather to comment on, but... It's always cold in the winter, but it feels good when you're inside. It's like looking at a snow globe. Does that make sense? Now that you mention it, I think it does. I, on the other hand, hate winter. It's like too cold. I prefer summer and spring. It made sense in my head. Don't worry about it. I know what you mean. Do you? I think. What? It couldn't have been that important, right? I suppose. Lillian smiles wryly about something and walks ahead, frizzy hair lit by the sun. We walked alone for the next few minutes, and I tried to nonchalantly wave goodbye. I can't shake the feeling that something was off about her today. Maybe I'm imagining things thanks to that voice in my head, but she almost seemed as tense as me. I'd better head back before Rin starts worrying. I turned to walk home, but... Mark. Huh? Okay, that's it. This world just isn't normal today. Mark. I'm getting to the bottom of this. I walk for a few seconds and pretend not to notice, before spinning around. Main heroine, I assume. It's a girl. She stands out, long purple hair and red ribbon army. She stands out, long purple hair and a red ribbon, swaying in the breeze. She looks kind of like Kyoko Kirigiri. She reappears in an alleyway to my left, and I see her lips move. Oh, me. The minute I step towards her, she points to her right. It's the road that leads back to my school. I look back at her. Or at least I would have, had she not already disappeared. Did she just, convenient distraction? And then did that anime thing where you totally show up behind the other guy. That arrogant. Alright, now she's... What was that? Now she's really done it. I'll run through this town all night if I have to. You're messing with the wrong guy. Before I realize it, the sky darkens and clouds drift in. From time to time, I catch a glimpse of something white out of the corner of my eye, but it disappears before I can identify it. She's deliberately dashing through the side streets, and she always seems to be exactly one street ahead. I gasp for breath as I reach the school building. The girl stands daintily at its entrance. You... stop! She grins and runs back inside. She has a graceful quality about her. I say run, but it's more like she's gliding. Of course that's not going to stop me. I catch a glimpse of her feet at the bottom of the staircase. To the left hall. You're running out of places to run. She's gonna jump off the roof, isn't she? Or they're gonna at least meet up at the roof. Stairs again? No, wait. These are the stairs to the roof. Calling it. Why is this door unlocked in the first place? No matter, it's over now. The sky turns black before I realized it, and snow drifts cautiously down. The last piece of the puzzle falls into place. The purple-haired girl, the snow, the black sky. I saw it all in my dream. Ah! New CG. I really like the red. That's a very nice contrast. The girl looks at me from the edge of the roof. Don't do it.
Thank you for following me, Mark.
Oh, how many things should I be yelling at her right now? But I can't. My mind isn't functioning like it should. Scattered images from a time I'd rather forget flash through it.
First of all, let me apologize for luring you out like this.
Is that a good voice? I don't know.
It was the only way I could talk to you alone.
She steps closer. Of all the things I want to say, only one line comes out. Who are you?
Don't worry yourself with minor details like that. You will remember me soon enough.
Soon enough? What kind of vague hint is that?
The past will fall into place eventually. It has a habit of doing that.
She pauses and looks up at the sky. The snow collects on her hair.
You might not remember me yet, but I remember you. I've been waiting to see you for a long, long time.
She points her eyes at me, and I can't look away. I mean, yeah, those are really pretty.
Will you help me, Mark? Will you accompany me long enough for you to recover your memories?
That's a strange request. My thoughts vanish. I nod unthinkingly. I will, but you owe me something first. Tell me your name. I feel her warmth before we even touch. She walks up to me and pauses an inch away, breath turning to mist.
Mira.
That's what I'm going with? Mark is making my throat sore. Mira, that's how I'm gonna pronounce it. That's how I'm gonna pronounce it. I hear her name and her ribbon flutters before me. The memories taunt her. I've seen seen this, but a cold breeze strikes me as she steps back.
I'll visit you someday soon. In the meantime, if you ever need me, come to this rooftop by yourself when the sky turns black.
That's awful specific.
If you call out to me, I'll come to you.
What are you, a vampire? Don't raise flags, buddy.
Maybe.
A ghost? She's totally a ghost.